Hello everyone, Vanilla Bunilla here. Today we are going to go through 5 different things you can do in Wild Horse Islands if you're bored. We also have a bonus 3 things on this list that are related to Wild Horse Islands but aren't in the game itself. If you like this video, please like, sub, or comment. I would really appreciate it. It does help the channel. If you do use any of these in posts or videos, tag me in them. I would love to see it. I've also hidden an emoji somewhere in this video. If you find it, comment it down below. Number 1, stop playing Wild Horse Islands. I'm just kidding, of course. I do have actual things on here, I promise. I just wanted to at least mention this. If you are really getting bored of Wild Horse Islands, though, it might be a good idea to seek out some alternative games to play. And that's not saying to quit completely or quit forever, but everybody needs breaks from even their favorite games. I love Wild Horse Islands as a game. There's a lot of problems with it. I do love it though, but I have to take breaks because I get burnout on games and I get bored of them and I just need a break. Some games you could look into if you like horse stuff is Horse Life, Horse Valley, Horse Riding Elite, Strideaway, or MSC. They're basically the same thing, but one is higher quality and cost Robux. But if you also like just cute stuff in general, you might like Adopt Me, Squishmallows the game, or Ropets. Number 2, horse catching challenges. This one is one that I've started doing myself to keep my boredom from creeping in when I do play Wild Horse Islands. Some examples here would be things like I can't leave until I catch a rare horse, which was a series I did on the channel where I had to go to each island and catch a rare horse before I could move on to another island. It's a very simple challenge, but it was very fun and it really just it depends on your luck. So it's very interesting to do. You could even do it multiple times, and the results would be different every time. Another example would be catch all quarter horses in one day. So you give yourself 24 hours, and you have to catch every quarter horse coat before that 24 hours is up. Some people might like time challenges, some people might not. This is an example of a timed one, but if you're interested in one that's not exactly timed, but is more a test of your speed, you could try something like how fast can you catch a Frisian? Or you could do something like, how fast can I catch a Dutch warmblood? Something along the lines of that. You could be really creative with these challenges and have a lot of fun, and even do some of them multiple times, and you'll get different results every time. Number 3, themed tack sets. I know a lot of people like making tack sets. That's something I also enjoy myself. I know some of my friends really love it, and some of the viewers do as well. Some of the things you could do for themed tack sets, if you're not sure what you can do, is maybe try making a tack set based on your favorite character. Or make a tack set based on something like your best friend's favorite color. Something you wouldn't always do. For example, one of my best friend's favorite color is, well, it's not really a color by itself, but they love rainbow. And another one of my really good friends loves green. And I don't make a lot of green tack sets, so maybe I could try making a green tack set for once. That could be something new and interesting to do. Number 4, themed horses. This one is a step up from themed tack sets. If you're not too interested in making themed tack sets, but you are interested in making something along a theme, you might want to try themed horses. This is something I started to do in my Human to Horse series before it was temporarily put on hiatus because I haven't really been playing Wild Horse Islands lately. I started making horses based on my favorite characters from Genshin Impact. You might be able to do this with your favorite movie character, your favorite cartoon character, or even just your own OC if you have your own character. You could also, which I've seen people do this in the past, is make horses based on your favorite songs. It's a lot more unique because it's more of your interpretation of the song instead of looking directly off another design. You could base it on an album cover, you could base it on the song itself and the meaning of it just really depends. Number 5, learn a discipline in-game. This one takes on more of a roleplay side, but even if you don't like roleplay, you might genuinely enjoy this. I've done it myself. I'm not a big Roblox role player, but I do really love doing in-game disciplines. It's really fun and very interesting. It also gives you an insight onto how some disciplines work in real life. Some things you can do is do a little bit of research on a discipline that you find interesting. For example, I think show jumping is really cool. So I'll go look up some stuff on show jumping. What is show jumping? What are the requirements to do it? And so on. Then I can set up a tack set if I want to get really realistic. Find a nice spot to do it, like on Training Island or on my own island if I have everything set up, and then try it out myself. Try to do a show jumping course as if I'm doing it in real life, and I can even time myself, I can count penalties and things like that. Even if you don't have other people to do this with, you can still do it on your own too. Some other examples would be things like doing in-game lessons with friends. Learn how to do dressage, for example. Learn it, learn the basics, and then teach your friends if they're interested in that. It could be something really fun to do with your friends, or if you don't have anybody who wants to do it with, try finding some random people in-game. There is always people in-game who are willing to try things like that. Next, we're going to talk about the 3 bonus ones, which these are related to Wild Horse Islands, but they aren't in-game. So this will be things such as things related to the horses in-game, the islands in-game, or stuff like that, but is not taking place in the game itself. Number 6, make a custom event horse. Come up with some kind of concept that you think would make an awesome event horse and draw it. Some people might say, oh, well, I can't draw. Even if you're not good at drawing or you think you're not good at drawing, you could always take a picture of a horse breed in-game and draw over it. Just make sure to say, if you post it anywhere public, that you traced over a horse, because sometimes people can get upset about that. Some examples, if anybody wants some creative inspiration, is maybe you could make a candy cane themed horse, or maybe even a sunshine themed horse. Or possibly you could make a bunny horse. Make something based off your favorite animal even. Number 7, make a custom IUH. This is very similar to the previous one. However, instead of making a coat, you're going to make an IUH color. IUH colors usually are related to whatever island they're found on. So first thing you'd want to do is pick an island. For example, I love Lunar Island. Lunar Island is my favorite in-game island, so I'm going to use this as an example. Then figure out something you think would match. Make sure it's some kind of texture or something that might have a unique texture, because a lot of IUHs have that. For example, I think having a neon red would be really pretty on Lunar, because that's where you find neon flowers. So I could draw, for example, a chestnut Rebecano Arabian with neon red hair. It's something very simple, but it's really fun, and it gives you a chance to be creative if that's something you're interested in. And I know a lot of people like IUHs, so it'd be really cool to come up with your own custom one too. Number 8, make an island. This one is kind of complicated, as there's a lot of work, but if you do really want to get creative, you can make your very own island. There are many resources out there, such as map generators and things like that, that can help you make a custom island shape if you're trying to do something along the lines of that, or even just get a basic island shape to go off of. But once you have a base island, or even just an idea of what you want your island to be shaped like, you can add all kinds of stuff to it. You can make custom resources, custom horse coats like the Infernal, or even make NPCs, like lots of the NPCs like Larry, or even make custom NPCs and unique game mechanics. Some things, as an example, would be for custom resources, maybe you could make some kind of unique gemstone that only spawns on your island. For horse coats, maybe you can make horses based off of mermaids, or based off of something that you think really matches the island, and make them only obtainable through, say, catching them on that island. Or you can only get them by turning in certain items, like you do with burns to get infernals. With unique game mechanics, you could add all kinds of things. Game mechanics would be something that you do in the game, such as breeding, catching horses, mining, collecting items, and all sorts of stuff like that. Everything in-game that you can do is basically a game mechanic. But that is it for this video. I do hope you guys enjoyed. Again, if you guys use any of these in videos or things like that, please tag me in them. I would love to see it. And if you guys really did enjoy the video, again, like, sub, comment, any of those combined, or even just one would really help the channel. I do hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you all later. Bye, everyone.